The RTD is very interesting to me. So when you decided to do an energy drink, what year was that?
2021.
Okay.
I was a kid. I was 20.
You're still a kid, bro.
So just, 26 now.
Yeah,
older,
you're still a kid.
I'm still a kid. Fine. I'll take it. Thank you.
It's a compliment, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a knock.
I wasn't really the most business-minded person at the time. It was, I'd just gotten off the tennis team in Delaware. So I graduated as a cane. I was a blue hen in my past life.
Delaware.
Yeah. It was horrible. It was just like the middle of nowhere, but yeah, I mean, didn't end great on the team there. It was kind of immature at the time, and also, you know, it wasn't the best environment for me. I think I was more of a weird kid because I was homeschooled for so long. I was like, I didn't understand how
like you isolated.
People assume that though.
Like, no, I wasn't isolated. No. I just had no social boundaries. Like I would like say things and then people get upset with me and I'd be like, why are you upset? I just didn't understand like, hey, like this is off limits. You don't want to say this stuff. So
but people make assumptions. Like when people meet me, they're like, because they heard I did online school. They're like, I thought you'd be so weird, like you. And I'm like, I'm just a normal person. But they think like you would have no social ability or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure, it seems like a normal stigmatism to have, like, if you did homeschooling or because you're not around other people as much as normal, like, regular students.
I mean, for me, definitely, like, I don't know, well, them two are really, like, outgoing. For me, like, with my homeschool, I joke around with, like, our staff and people, our team. Like, I learn something new every day. For me, like, even, like, I'm learning more about Miami because I was always stay in, like, my bubble when it comes to tennis and, like...
It's just, like, practice home. Yeah. You wouldn't leave.
And it's interesting you said that because business forces you to be like service, like because it's service. It's at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're selling and what your business is. At the end of the day, it's a service mentality, like especially in Miami.
Yeah.
If you're going to be different in Miami, then you have to have ultimate customer service because a lot of places have terrible customer service. So, because I'm from Alabama, so we have that Southern charm, like I was grew up like that, and so that's something that we talk about all the time, and we miss the mark sometimes, because you're dealing with a lot of turnover, front desk, reception, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. I don't care if you're selling bread or water, or gyms.
I feel like Alabama is like brutal heat. Like there's like one tournament, a tennis tournament that they have every year, and like every girl would avoid it because I think it was like the hardcourt nationals. Is everyone say it would go to like 105 degrees?
It's the humidity is pretty brutal. Yeah, like it depends on what part of. I mean, Miami's pretty bad too, so I would say it's up there. But the humidity is brutal. Yeah. Like we had 2-a-days, so I played college football, and the 2-a-days were. I mean, now it's like illegal to do what they were doing to us.
Where'd you play?
At Auburn University.
Oh, wow. So
that's a good.
Yeah.
You're good.
That's my dad's jersey on the left, and that's my jersey on the right.
Oh, so you're a legacy too.
That's
awesome, man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, Auburn has a good tennis team too.
They do. I was gonna tell you that.
I have friends on that tennis team. Who are you guys? You guys have like a rival? Is it?
Well, Alabama's the biggest rival, but the SEC in general, you have a lot of rivals. And now the SEC is like growing and growing, so it's every day there's a new rival. But yeah.
How'd you feel about like Fernando Mendoza and all of the like right now with the championship? He's like super.
I mean, it's such an amazing story. Like like that whole Indiana run and just the story behind it it's incredible, incredible. So. It was really cool.
Yeah, I really resonated with it in a way that's like kind of like underdog, and it's like people don't really expect anything of you, and like he was rejected
by the team that he wanted to play in and from his hometown. So it's those kind of stories are so awesome. Like when they come to fruition and he actually wins the championship, and he's like, "I told you," So I'm sure there was a big motivator, right? Like big motivator.
The humility too, like the way that he went to shake the head of coach's like hand after, and it's just like it's not even after winning. It's not like something like
yeah, he's a good kid. I mean, I don't know him personally, but it seems like he's a good kid.
You can tell,
yeah.
His little brother came to Honeyville.
He did a video.
Oh yeah,
his little brother. Yeah, you just say like a bunch of good stuff. It seems he's one of those kids that only says like nice things about other people. You could tell.
So the RTD thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm very intrigued about this. When did you come up with the idea, and when did you try to like?
So it was 2021 and came up with it, but it was never like I got like one big tranche of like funding. So it would kind of be like scrapping, like finding like ways to like raise capital here and there, and it was like really phased. But we tried to do basically launch this RTD online.
What was the actual product?
It was an energy drink. It was called Athon, so it's like the end of the word marathon. The suffix. The whole purpose of it was you have your regular energy drinks like Monster, Red Bull, like the traditional, like the old guard. And then you have the new guard, which is like your Celsius and your Alani Nu and Prime, like Logan Paul's Prime. And these drinks, like although they're 0 calories, party, they have sucralose in them. You probably know about this. It's just Splenda. Like it's like 8 packs of Splenda in the drink. Exactly. It's terrible for you.
Terrible for you.
There's studies that show it might break up your DNA. It cause all sorts of like really bad things because it's just chlorinated sugar. It's the same process they use to make pesticides. So I was like, okay, like let's try to do a stevia version, like a really good one. Worked on the flavor profile, and me and my dumb self thought, okay, if I make a really great product, it'll succeed, But that's just like kind of like a portion.
How was it packaged?
It was a 12-ounce can. It was a slim can, about 200 milligrams of natural. Is this such a foreshadowing? It was natural caffeine from green tea.
Okay.
So it was literally like matcha, like energy, like the same thing. And it was like kind of like my dad came in, helped me out, but it was kind of like a solo mission between us two. And
when you said online, Amazon?
Amazon,
okay.
So we signed some big influencers as equity partners, but at the end of the day, maybe it just didn't resonate with the crowd that we were supposed to resonate with. It was all kind of rushed, so you don't really have like the same ability to plan, I feel, in RTDs as you might have in pop-ups, because like with pop-ups we control, okay, like we're gonna get the truck, we're gonna move it, we're gonna be parked here,
right? And
then you're able to impose like physical presence and be like, hey, like just show up. With RTDs, it's like you have to rely on being in someone else's real estate. You have to have like a supermarket that gives you shelf space. They might not always give you shelf space, or sometimes they give you bad shelf space. They give it right there or in the back. So that's a war. And then eventually I tried everything. One time I tried to self-distribute and would like take it to gas stations and sell it to them.
Yeah, that's how we started.
Yeah, but it's hard because like you have to be back so often because you put up like your point of sale material, your promotional material,
and they'll take it down. Yeah, the blue trucks and the red trucks, it's brutal out there. They own the whole world, so it's crazy.
It's impossible. Yeah. So at the end of it was just like sort of 2023, 2024, and then it was just impossible to keep raising money for it, just because I think that was the point when like inflation finally hit like 20%,
right? And
investors were pretty spooked, so I wasn't able to keep getting the funding.
How much money did you raise?
I think about less than $1 million over the course of 4 or 5 years, but a lot of it was marketing and the can orders, the minimums. It was the toughest thing. The biggest problem is if you want like that, like yours, like the painted cans, you have to order a lot of those.
Oh yeah.
And if you order the sleeved ones, they have this ugly cap right here.
Yeah, exactly.
That just looks disgusting that no one wants to buy. So when we signed the influencers, we were between a rock and a hard place. We were like, okay, like now we have these influencers, so we're gonna take a risk on the cans. And we bought a lot of cans because it has to look nice. And then campaigns didn't pan out. And then I hope to revive it one day with what I know now.
So when I first started doing this, I wanted custom pull tabs.
Yeah.
So I wanted the pit bull, like, on the custom pull tab. And they were like, yeah, that's a 9 million MOQ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I said, what? I was like, what? I had to order 9 million. I didn't do this, obviously, but I would have had to order 9 million pull tabs just to get a custom pull tab.
I think you should have a business in the back that supports it. That's probably what if I could go back and tell my younger self something, it'd be like maybe start a little smaller, go back and have a business that's supporting you on the cash flow side, and then it can kind of be like the backbone to support your RTD, because it doesn't matter how great it is. I mean, with one exception, maybe Liquid Death, you're not gonna be able to sustain it without massive funding unless you have like.
Oh, trust me, Liquid Death's sustaining it with massive funding.
With massive funding, but they did it before they had the product. They kind of did the kids viral video.
I mean, it was a genius marketing play. Genius.
Mike Cesario, I mean, he's a prodigy. That guy at marketing.
No, it was a genius. Genius. That's where I got the idea. So, in my opinion, they introduced the category of canned water. There wasn't even a category of canned water before. They did it only through marketing, and I wanted to do it a little bit more through wellness and marketing, so I actually have good water.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, coming out of the wellness industry, I wanted to make sure that was the best water in the world.